To be bearish, as on the 15-minute graph taking a significant low to the left, a low one that was made on the 15th of May, and plus we had the new week opening gap from last week not touched at all, and price looked like it was heading in that direction anyway to go downwards. So I was looking for the first 1 hour low to get taken, possibly the second. Okay, when the morning kicked off, price immediately started going higher. We did not go lower at all, not along with my bias at all. We ran straight through the new week opening gap, taking out the overnight highs along the way, and we stalled as we took the overnight highs, and that's where I placed my first trade for the day, a long position. It was a very aggressive entry. The stop loss wasn't even at the low I should have placed it at. I should have placed it just below 417.5, but I did not. I gave it room because I knew it might retrace further, but it retraced further than I thought it did anyway. And after I got tapped out, price consolidated around for ages, and yeah, if I place my trade basically where I was meant to place it at 50% of like the range, it could have possibly been a winner, but yeah, ended up being a loss for the day anyway. On Tuesday, I forgot to record my screen before the market opened, so this is just a still frame. But what I was looking to see was that price would come down and take the 5-minute low before it would continue higher. I was looking to see the new day opening gap get tapped and the 15-minute high get taken after that. And yeah, that was for the morning. The first trade I placed was just before the open. We had a strong move down, and after taking out a short-term low on the 1-minute chart and also a longer-term low, once that longer-term low was taken out, I set my position, a limit order, for micro contract short. I got tapped in at 9:17, just 30 minutes before the open, and I moved all my contracts to break even after we took out the low shown in the chart just before the open. And price eventually came down, took the 5-minute low, and the rest of the day all we did is just chop around, and I stopped trading at 11:30 as nothing was happening, so just didn't want to stay around. So yeah. Coming into Wednesday morning, I was bearish as the 5-minute was continuing to slowly chop its way down towards the 15-minute low, and I marked in the 5-minute low for that morning, and I expected that to get taken not long after the open, and yeah, that would be my targets for the morning. But if price did start going up, I would look to see the new day opening gap, today's new day opening gap, get ran through for look for confirmation, then to see that we continue up to the 15-minute high before I try to take a trade, a bullish trade on that. And yeah, to kick off the day, on the 1-minute chart we had a small move down just before the market open, forming 3 highs on the way down, and when it took out the 286 low, that would be my confirmation to actually place a short trade down to the 5-minute low, but there was no good fair value gap in between all that, and my stop should have been above the just at the new day or the new week opening gap, but I never placed the position as I felt that like price could fly up, which was more just out of fear. I just didn't want to place a trade, which I should have actually have lost the trade today, but price continued on its way up anyway. Filled in the new week opening gap, hit the new day opening gap of today, and stalled out, consolidated around for ages before it continued on up, almost taking out the 15-minute high, but it did not. And we actually ended up, after I stopped the recording, price ended up absolutely plummeting and taking out the 5-minute low, and has slightly stalled around there currently. So no trade. Looking at the charts of Thursday morning, you could see that the PM session of New York, that the 15-minute low was also taken out not long after the 5-minute low was taken. The 15-minute high held as resistance, and price since then consolidated for the rest of the morning or the rest of the evening into the Asian session. Um, for Thursday morning, I came in bearish, looking for the 5-minute low to get taken out, and for price to slowly continue down to the 1 hour low and the second 1 hour low also. And yeah, that was my bias coming to the morning. Today ended up being a fairly eventful day with action on both sides, both long and short. Um, my first position I was looking to take was before the open at 8 o'clock New York time, about an hour and a half before the open. We had a strong move down towards the 5-minute low. I was looking to enter at an old low or else the 1 minute fair value gap, and I ended up choosing the 1 minute fair value gap as I would be more than likely to get entered there. But price ended up just going down too quickly to the 5-minute low and taking it out. But after the 5-minute low was taken, I was tempted to take another position short, just on a second move down past the 5-minute low. I was looking to take a short on the 1 minute fair value gap in the middle of that range. I ended up not taking it as I felt that price could easily reverse back up and, yeah, to take me out of that position. Thankfully, I didn't end up taking the trade as it would have ended up being a loser. But later on that day, I ended up taking a long position after we got a move up and then a second move up, confirming that we were like going higher. So I looked to take a long position, and I was targeting the recent 1 minute high, about a risk to reward of 1.07. But I could only enter with one contract as my stop loss was very large. But price ended up consolidating for a long time around my entry, but we slowly grinded higher, very close to my exit, my take profit, but we did not end up taking it. And I, at that stage of the game, had moved my stop loss to break even, but price returned back down to my to break even and tapped me out for $1.70 gain, and ended up going up to my take profit and taking the recent 1 minute high. And for the rest of the night, well, New York session into the Asian session, it ended up going down. But unlucky trade, but still, I had to move my stop loss to break even to protect myself after we were going so far. So yeah. For Friday morning, we had a very strong push down in the Asian session overnight and the London session that morning, and I was looking to see price for the 15 minutes continue lower, taking out the 1 hour, the second 1 hour low. But for on the lower or on the lower time frames, I was looking to see for the 5 minute a retracement back up slightly, as after such a strong move down, there's likely to be a retracement. And I was also tempted to see that price would reach down to the new week opening gap below that was not tapped back into after the trade agreements between China and America and the talks that started between the UK and America. I'm pretty sure the Swiss as well. But yeah, basically I was bullish for the very early morning and bearish overall for price to continue down. Friday, just very uneventful. Um, stopped trading at 12 o'clock New York time as price retraced back up as I wanted to for, say, the 5 minute chart, but it just ended up consolidating around the 50% of the range down. So I just ended up taking no trades as it was just consolidating for the day. And yeah, that ends the week.